as they get set to go head-to-head with the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one. Zone for a touchback. First carry for James Conner. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Jones throwing complete for Harris.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage. Now,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 25 on second down, Burrow flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Second and 8 at the 13-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Connor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh? And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going. And the punter Bailey on now. One away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts. They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend. Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Throwing, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you. As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. No score after one on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Sheds off the tackle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the left side with Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On the handoff, Connor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Escaping the pressure right. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
4 yards remain for second down.
Check back 11, check back 11.
They run with Connor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Airing one out for Boyd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's got Smith here. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him, and they mark him short. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Operating from the gun, Jones. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jamie Gillendown as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Here's Connor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. It's caught. Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They'll try and throw for it here. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, a give to Connor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. Runs over it and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 17, Jones. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because You just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Connor. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. James Conner, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Bengals drive about to get going. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He'll air this one out for Boyd, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left it no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the gun, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Connected with Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Throwing, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. Burrow. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw, Burrow. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a one-score game. McPherson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one